Hi, I'm Candice.
And I'm Christine.
We're Liquid IV's Impact Ambassadors.
Come join us as we road trip across the U.S. to highlight our partners working to resolve the nation's water issues.
See you on the road.
Today we are on Pearl River, and I was so surprised by how humongous and beautiful this river is. But we have the opportunity to be on the water today with somebody super special.
My name is Christopher Lockhart, and as a member and advocate of the Pearl Riverkeeper and the Water Alliance, my job is to be a steward of the river and make sure I promote, advocate for, and ensure that the community is aware of all that we do to provide clean, drinkable, fishable water access.
One of the things I'm really starting to observe here in Jackson is how much the community comes together. Even Chris, he's a volunteer, all of Pearl Riverkeeper. This is a grassroots movement. And we had a chance to chat with Abby. We asked her, what is the issue that's happening here?
Here in Jackson, they get their drinking water from the Pearl River. That's surface water. JH Fuel Drinking Water Facility pulls their water directly from the Pearl. So if there's issues on the Pearl River, then that leads to higher costs, higher treatment costs, and more challenging treatment at the water facility.
So we got on the river with Chris to learn more about the issues, and there are two key things happening here. Number one is litter. We all know that litter affects our water quality.
And the second thing is something that's really unique here in Mississippi, which is the flooding. You'd never guess that the river right now, we're actually in a drought, but we know that this river can get really high. Show me where the line is.
So you see how high up the bank is, and you see where that line of erosion where you can see the exposed tree roots?
Yeah.
The water gets way up there because the city was built along the river. And a river's gonna do what it wants to do. So when those rivers flood, it inundates our infrastructure systems, which in turn can lead to pauses in water access for the citizens, not only just for the city of Jackson, but for other metro area residents.
One of the stories that I thought was so wild when we were on the kayak was about the recent flood. And during that time, the residents of Jackson had no access to running water for weeks. But they had a lot of access to potable and bottled drinking water because the community is really strong and the surrounding areas came to help them out.
This is a city with soul, but it's also a very old city. And one of the things we're learning about is the challenges that old municipal equipment faces.
And one of the things about the floods is that it really overwhelms the municipal equipment. There's more trash, there's more litter, there's backflow that's happening. And that's why solutions like this next one are really important.
So with our cleanups can happen at any time. It can be an individual effort, a community effort. It can just be you and 3 friends. But every year, Pearl Riverkeeper hosts our annual cleanup.
Our first cleanup that we had 1,000 people come out. It's really heartwarming to see people care so much, and everybody thinks that we all deserve clean water.
While we were here, we got to experience what the effects are of a clean river.
So how do we get involved? First, look up organizations in your community. Things like Pearl Riverkeeper and Waterkeeper Alliance are great places to start.
Awareness is everything. We've learned about the importance of preventing trash and litter in the river, cleaning it up, but also about the specific issues here with flooding and how that exacerbates this issue. And so we're headed to the next stop. Join us and follow along as we learn more about what's happening, and we'll see you in the next adventure.